have a picture of myself in my underwear.
Whoa.
And that's the
Whoa.
studio.
We're going to go check out Habstrakt studio and home.
Hello.
Hello.
Come on in.
We're gonna do a Habstrakt house tour, studio tour.
The most important thing in the house, Cleo.
Cleo, this is apartment goals.
This is Holland.
Look how angelic she looks with the sunlight. Who put all of this together?
Most of the furniture pieces are mine, but she really helped me put the place together.
I love this table.
This is my favorite piece of furniture
Whoa,
I've ever done.
like where did you get this? Hello Kitty.
It's a company from LA that takes all the wood from all those lofts actually that are being destroyed and refurbished and remakes furniture with it. So it's reclaimed wood. My dad's a carpenter, so I do love like all reclaimed wood and everything. It was good for me to have that relationship.
Yeah. Who put all this together?
That would be me. This is also the album cover actually. It's a mix of, you know, Photoshop, drawing, glitch art, clearly inspired by Blackwork Tattoo. Dark and chaotic.
What is something in this room that you absolutely need at all times?
Minus the dining table, I do really love this piece because it kind of matched the art that I do, you know, it's very surrealistic, kind of dark as well in a way. I've just tried to like go out of my way to find pieces that were a little different, you know, than just the conventional type of apartments that I've always lived in. Rule number one was don't go to IKEA, you know. So this is like the entry type space, entry hall. And it used to be my tattoo studio. I'm not tattooing at the moment. I've been really busy with the whole album thing. And now it's more like a storage, you know, space.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
Oh, I tattooed myself for the first time when I was like 12.
Wait, what?
Not a machine, just hand poke.
Poking?
Something like that. It's like 2-3 hours, I guess. Yeah, it's a very long and slow process, dot by dot by dot, to fill the solid black, which doesn't really go well with the type of art that I do that has a lot of solid black. And my art is very brutal. It fits the whole, you know, mentality of it, I guess, you know. It's a brutalistic approach to art. Some of them are drawn, some of them are Photoshop, some of them are like a mix of both. Some come from like existing photos that I kind of draw over, some I just freestyle myself. Those are also drawings of mine. It's a mix of both. I can't really draw if you give me a paper and a pen, you know. I can do like doodles like those guys here, but that's pretty much about it. The rest, the more complex pieces, I definitely use help, which is what's beautiful about it. Is with an iPad or with Photoshop, you can do so many things now, you know.
A man of many talents.
Yeah, that was the artwork of my Do It To It remix. And so the label printed this picture and gave it to me, and now I have a picture of myself in my underwear. I don't know what to do with it.
Please explain this wonderful...
All right, pardon the shoes. This used
No,
to be
not these
stored
shoes.
away.
Look at these shoes.
Okay, those are kind of cool.
These are sick!
I'm a big Hello Kitty fan. So
Oh my gosh, he even has Hello Kitty toilet paper, by the way.
Yes, I do. Yes. If you like Hello Kitty, you haven't seen half of it yet.
It's amazing.
It's about to get a lot better.
Yeah, I've been seeing hints of Hello Kitty everywhere.
This is every piece of merch I've done chronologically.
I was gonna say,
sorted.
is it in chronological
Yes,
order?
it is. You can see the very first one where I just put a logo, and then you can slowly see me learn how to design. Slowly and surely, I start to like glitch stuff and everything.
Pins?
I don't know. Most of it I can't really explain, you know.
Habibi!
Habibi, yeah.
love
Instead
it.
of Adidas.
I have a
The
thing with...
embroidered patch,
That's
the
so
back. It's a really
cool.
nice piece. I really like this one. This is my favorite piece that I did on my own. That was for the Distorted Reality Tour in 2021. That's the new collection. I went back to this idea of, you know, the soccer jersey type stuff. So that's the heritage for my album tour, basically. Yeah,
You need to open a store.
I should. All right, let's go to the serious place of the house now.
I'm so excited!
And that's the
Whoa.
That's the most interesting part of my studio for sure. I mean, I would say the Hello Kitty collections, but
Okay, yeah.
some here, there's the Hello Kitty everywhere.
So-
Even my cable box is a Hello Kitty.
So when did you start loving Hello Kitty so much?
Pretty recently, you know what? I think it was like
Oh.
a year or two ago. I started to like have a piece or two because I just found the design super cute and simple. You know when you have 2 or 3 things of this one stuff, and everyone assumes that you're just into it, and people start gifting you stuff. Like it was kind of a forced collection upon me. I was like, I guess I collect Hello Kitty now. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the little garden terrace and everything.
This is the coolest apartment/studio I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's definitely a very good spot. So this is my modular synthesizer. So these are all individual pieces that you buy from different, you know, brands. There's so many brands that make it, and they all use the same format, which is the size of it, you know, the rack thing. So you buy a case, and you buy the modules, and you screw all of them on. And then you can patch everything and anything together, basically.
Why did you want to do this?
I started making music pretty early. I didn't have a computer for the longest time, so I was using a lot of like Groovebox boxes, samplers, synthesizers, anything cheap I could get my hands on. When I started working on the album last year, I realized that I was a little burnt out after 10 years of just working mostly into the computer. I needed something different, especially with the whole process of making a full album. The idea was to have a machine on which I can have jams. I can either make sounds, individual sounds, or I can do a full jam, a full track if I want to. So you have oscillators, you have filters, you have envelopes, you have a lot of effects. And then I have an entire drum section here, which is those guys here. So I have an entire drum sequencer here where I can...
That's crazy! Whoa, that is so cool!
And so you have sequences for the drums, you have sequences for the music as well. You can take a sound and patch it into a filter, then you can patch that filter back into another sound. You have full freedom of movement, basically.
This is like next level music production.
You give it a set of rules and then it just, goes crazy on it.
I have no idea what he's doing! That is so cool. How long did this take you to put together?
Oh, this is years of research. It's a very expensive hobby as well. It cost me most of my savings, to be honest with you. Most people that use modular and are actual music producer, it's more of a hobby, For me, the challenge was to create a machine on which I could actually start proper ideas, right? Where I'll be able to record what I'm doing, so I can just start recording here and I can...
What a fun way of producing music.
All of this, you're looking at $15,000 probably, yeah. I started buying modules 7 years ago. I accumulated a lot. I wouldn't have bought everything at once for sure. People put that in shoes and clothing and, I put that into my passion, which is making music.
Do you use this then?
I just put it up this morning actually. I'm building a live show for the Palladium. I'm gonna just use a computer setting MIDI, audio and everything going in through that.
Like you can tell how much you love this, you know what I mean? You always want to do something more with what you're doing. People are like, oh yeah, I'm pretty content, but you always want to.
Well, I've been doing it for a while. I was getting a little burnt out, to be honest with you, and I felt like I was kind of losing my passion for music with this whole, industry aspect, stress, expectations, and everything. And then I needed to fall in love with making music again. So I gave myself the means to do that, right? And so I built this room, populated it with my toys and all my stuff to, create a safe space. And then the next step was to have a lot of stuff to experiment with and find, that little spark again,
Wow.
Create that for myself.
Is this like your first time gonna do this? Something
Never
like
done this before, yeah. I've only played DJ my whole life. Extremely nervous.
Thank you for showing us such detailed things about your studio.
I haven't shown you the funniest thing in my studio yet.
I was going to ask you about that.
The infamous Hello Kitty synth. It's a Hello Kitty children's synthesizer. It's a plastic box with a bunch of knobs on it. You have a tape, basically, that plays. But I can change the speed at which the tape is being played with those buttons, so the speed will change the note as well. That was probably 10 hours sitting on the floor just soldering, all this for nothing, Cassettes for me is, I've always had since I was a kid a tape recorder before I could have a computer. My album is on it too, actually.
On the cassette?
Yeah, this is Heritage.
That's so
the actual album. This is
cool.
the first take that I did on it was on cassette.
I have not held one of these since childhood.
Yeah, right? It's gonna work.
Whoa. Oh, time really messes you up. You're so talented.
Oh, thank you. I think that's pretty much about it for this room,
Wow. If I ever see you next time, I could bring you a Hello Kitty thing to add to your Hello Kitty collection.
Yes, very much so, a lot of people do that actually. I usually, every weekend I fly back from shows with at least one Hello Kitty item in my suitcase, thanks to my lovely fans that I love so much and dearly. But also stop giving me Hello Kitty stuff. I don't know where to put it anymore.
You want to say that to the camera?
No, actually, I'm not going to say that to the camera. Keep giving me Hello Kitty stuff.
Yeah, keep giving
that's
you.
adorable.
Yeah, that's adorable. So yeah, we just took a look at Habstrakt's Happy's studio and house.
The Happy House.
The Happy House studio tour. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming by. Hope you liked everything you saw here.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
See you soon.
See ya!